Oh, I found the thing. Ta-da. No, I did not say the thing. I say my neighbor. Neighbor. You just hear that I was just replaying the video. Something like that. It's not, the thing. Alright, so number one, we got this. And then number two, we need to open this one. And then open this one. I think that's what to say. Oh wait, never mind. It's this one. Alright, so let's open it carefully. Alright, so I need to find oh yeah, this one. That's what it says. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. It opened like normally, but except this one. So what the heck? So I need to find one. And one right here. Is that? Hold up. Wait. Alright. And then alright, so I need to find like 7 of them. 7. I can't believe I'm going back to school, guys, because I just it went so quick for me, and I could see that the way that I'm just making my own story. Everyone keep telling me to join sports, something like that. Like, I tell them no, I don't want to join sports because I just want to make my own story. So yeah, because I'm not really interested in sports at all. But yeah. Alright, so and then I just have to put this one right here. And then put the lava. Lava. I can't believe it's been like 4 months, but still. Soon it's gonna be fun to go. And then you just put this one. I can't remember, my sister just texted me, like, are you still making your read? Like, yes, sis. I'm busy right here, alright? I'm showing everyone about making this Star Wars Legos something interesting. I'm like Mr. Walton White saying, oh, I'm working, honey, I'm working. It's like that, And then you just put this one right here. Darth Vader is my favorite writing villain character. It's an S tier, best written. Like, so way better than Kratos and Arthur Morgan. Can't believe it, but who cares? It's a peak story, I guess. So yeah. And I'm just going to put it right here. That's what I say. I just lost this other hand right here, the extra hand. I don't know what the heck is it, where to go, but who cares? And then put it right here. Well, I swear, if there's a freaking Breaking Bad Lego, I'm buying that. I'm buying that. For real. I'm buying that Lego. For you guys. And then you just right here. Right. Damn, this video gonna be a long video. This is gonna be a long video for real. And then just put it right here. Do people really think Darth Vader is way evil than Palpatine? No. At least my viewers is not dumb, you know. At least they know their villain character. They're like, yeah, I know this guy is evil for sure. You know? Like, I know this guy is evil. A lot of things I know about villain character. I know, like, writings, you know. It's like a mythology, you know. It's like you creating some good writing that the whole world, like they know this thing is going to be so peak. So, yeah. Alright, number three. Alright, I have to open this one, so. Yo, and the Fortnite Star Wars, it was so peak. It was so peak of the life. And yeah, you saw me, Palpatine doing that move, you know, and everything. Yeah, you saw that. I was trying to kill him, but no, he was kind of impossible to kill. But don't worry, we defeated him. Hooray, good ending, I guess. But there's no more superhero right now, so yeah. Alright, back to the day. That's off topic. So I need to get this Legos, you know. So I need to get this. And this one right here, another one. So here we go. So they telling me to put the what the heck? Oh, okay. So they're telling me to put right here. They're telling me right here. You know, me and Andy, we're kind of a fan of Star Wars, you know. Alan, you know, he knows Star Wars, but mostly you don't really know their backstory. Look, guys, I know everything. I do my research on villain character or hero character because I know everything. Sometimes, but still. Like I know, like, other stuff, like Palpatine. This guy was, like, used to be a normal human. Until you turn like evil person. He's like a pretty evil guy. He was like, you don't do mercy. He was like, man, sucker, you going to die. Like, you know, he's like, I don't care, you're going to die. I'm going to kill your son, Darth Vader. And you're trying to kill him. I'm like, this guy is pretty evil. He's a definition of pretty evil in Star Wars. And Darth Vader, he got redemption again. He used to be hero and turned to the villain. But he turned to the hero again. I'm like, Now, that's some goody writing right there. And then, bah, he took Palpatine. He's like, no! And then he died. So, yeah, I'm like, that's what he get, Palpatine. So, yeah. I hear that the Spider-Man has started filming. So I can't wait what they're going to cook up. Alright, let's see. The writing, like I love good writing sometimes. Yeah, I like good writing. It doesn't matter if it's Goku or something like that. I know they're not well written, but Dragon Ball is so much better than Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is something else. That is not something good. Right. The reason why I watch it is because I just want to check I just like some checking the newbie one, you know. But still, I think that's for the beginner for the Demon Slayer. I mean for the anime fan. So yeah. But still, I'm not saying not all the characters bad, poorly writing. I'm just saying that, you know, that like there's character like for example, I was saying Koku Shibo or something that he's a well written villain character. I feel like he's a well written character, but I still grade his story at B plus. So yeah, and then I need to take this one. I take this and that, and take this. And then take 2. And then take 4 pieces. And then 1. So yeah. So I'm not saying all the character have a poorly writing, but still, I'm just still saying that it's not better than Chainsaw Man or Dragon Ball. So yeah, I think Dragon Ball is still a good show. I mean, some characters are sometimes overrated, you know. Like this character is overrated, you know. I mean, like I know that like the Darth Vader, you know, something like that. And wait a minute. Damn it, that was red. Let me take this thing off carefully. There we go. I put it red. So yeah, not everyone have a poor writing, you know. That's all I'm trying to say. So yeah. So did I recommend you to watch Demon Slayer? What even like animation or something like that? Yeah, but too much knowledge you mean what they're doing or something like that. Just you know. Like my writing, you know, like the writing I'm making right now is called the God of Samurai. I mean the monthly is something going back and forth, like showing the main villain what they're doing and showing our main protagonist training, you know. So that's like showing what they're doing, you know. So yeah. So yeah, I'm just planning to make 5 chapters of my story. So yeah, that's all. That's my goal is to make 5 chapters. All right, there we go. And the next one, I need to take out. Four thing right here. Oh yeah, by the way, I watched a movie Weapons. Was it good? Yes. The writing was good. I mean, there was funny part. It was dark comedy. That's all I could say. But I could tell spoilers, so you need to watch it yourself. But yeah, I could say it was good. But there was some funny parts. So yeah. And then another thing is that like what I'm gonna do on my final day on my summer break, I'm going to Red Robin. You know, I'm going to Red Robin with my parents and my sister. So yeah, but my sister, I have 1 more month until she go back to school. She is very lucky, by the way. I'm like, now I'm jealous, you know? So, yeah. Alright, so you just put it right here. And then, damn it, what the heck? A freaking hair? I took it off. There we go. We complete that one. Alright, next one. Let me check. Alright, we're at number 7. Oh my god, what the frick? 7. Alright, and then we need 4. And we need just checking, guys. I'm just checking how many we need. We need 1 right now. You probably not seeing it right now. Yeah, I'm looking at the manual right now. So yeah. Then we need 3 right here, and then we just put it together. All right, here we go. I hope I don't lose them. All right, so we just put it right here. And then we just put it right here. And then put red right here. And then put orange right here. And yeah, we just Yeah, this one is taking a long time to put this thing together. Oh my god. Just be patient, guys. And just take me time, you know, to build this thing. Alright, and then put the thing right there. Alright, the red. Is that another yellow? Oh my gosh, I thought that was a... I can put yellow right here. Yellow. And then put red. Yeah, that thing is so freaking confusing, to be honest. Then put yellow again right here. And then you just put red. And then you put red right here. Yeah, this is gonna be annoying as freak. And look how many minutes I'm looking at right now. It's 22 minutes. What the heck? It took me a while to freaking build this thing. Oh my gosh. But who cares? That's how it be. That's how it be like. Alright, so I need 8. So I need 8. Eight of them. Number 1, student watches. Alright, so now I need to put everything together now. I got everything. So I need to put this one right here. Alright. And just put this thing right here. I don't know why, but who cares, I guess. Alright, and then let's say I need to put a red thing, selecting right here. Is that red? I don't know. I think it's red. Put this thing right here. guys, can I tell you a story? I was in gaming tech. I have a partner, you know. I already forgot his name. That's pretty effed up, but still, like he was a cool guy and good person, and you know, his skin color is like Mexican or something like that, you know. And you have a black hair. Usually, my favorite outfit he wear is a black jacket and a black pants. He's a chill guy. He's a chill guy, you know. I remember one time he passed the gaming tech and a test. But me, I failed. I freaking failed and 59%. I need to pass like 79 or 80%. But damn, I did it so freaking bad. I'm like, you know, like I did it so bad that I like wasn't expected to see that happen. I'm like, oh my gosh. He passed, you know. I like, you know, I'm proud of him, but I did it terribly bad, you know. I'm like, damn it. And then you just like, yeah. I mean, can I just tell you a story of how we doing? So me and my partner, you know, we're just all chilling and everything, and we're like cool with each other. He was like a new student, you know, and, like I think this was happening in May or something like that. Yeah, May, and then you know he was all right to me. I mean, we like to check some funny video on Instagram or something like that, and then we're like he was watching my video, you know, so I just showed it to him, you know. I asked him to subscribe, you know, if you want to. So yeah, and plus I was like, yeah, I already know this guy was being cool already, you know, like I already like him. He's already acting cool. And we're doing like, I mean, we're kind of struggling. Like, what the heck? A freaking hair stuck. And he was already a cool person already. I already like him. And then just right here. And then another thing is I like he was a good person, you know. And all that. We're like doing like gaming tech, like 3D model or something like that, and it was fun, you know. I show him like what to do, you know, like oh you do like this. We work together to complete our work, you know. Like we learn, you know. Don't worry, we learn, and yeah. No freaking way, I just did that. Hold up. There we go. And yeah. And then just is that like he like we're just doing our work, you know, and then we're like work together because I know I need a partner because I sometimes struggling to do my gaming tech. So we work together. So yeah. We do research like how do you do this and that, so yeah. I remember one time I was making a dice and then I accidentally pressed new save and then it restarted my whole cube of a dice, a 3D. I was like, oh my gosh. I was so not happy, you know? Was not happy about that, so yeah. And somehow I was like, no freaking way, bro. Like that should happen. And I remember one time he was about to do that, the same thing. You might end up like, I was like, wait. You know, I stopped him right there. You know, because I don't want him to end up like me, restoring the whole entire thing. Like you do not press this and that. You know, so like I just show him like how you do that and something like that. And like you know the save. You know, I just press this and boom, save like that. You know. And he's like, oh, okay, thanks. So I save his project. I save his work, you know. I'm like, ooh, that was a close one because he almost ended up like me. Have to redo the entire thing again. So yeah, my teacher like, oh no, what happened to your work? I'm like, ah, my work, I restarted, you know. And then in the end, I tell him, have a nice, good summer break. And then I don't know, I will see him again, but I know he's in a part of the school, but maybe one day I will see him again in person. But yeah, that's the story of my partner in the gaming tech. He's a cool person, you know. He's a cool person. But yeah, I might get that teacher again. I check my schedule. I have her again. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, let's talk about a story about this person I really dislike. I'm not gonna mention his name, but let's just talk about him, you know? Alright, so this guy name, well, I'm not gonna mention his name. What the heck am I doing? Well, this guy, he's like what he look like? I mean, he's like a white person, you know, but he's born different with the face, you know. What you call it? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I won't try not to be rude by describing his face. I will keep it private. So this guy, you know, when I first time saw him, my best friend Emmanuel, recognized that person. He was like, oh, he bullied me, and he do like doing his goofy tongue sticking out. He's like, Emmanuel did not like it. And I like this guy is a jerk already. I already did not like him. And when I meet him again, he was like, you know, trying to be upset to me. I'm like, this is so good. Did he trying to upset me? I wasn't even upset because this guy have a weak insult for real. He's like loser, loser. You know, he's doing that Fortnite thing. I'm like, yeah, I already know what that's supposed to mean, but oh well. And then he did not like that I'm not being upset, so he was like, man, sucker, let me be making mad, you know. So he was so not happy about me. He already dislike me. I'm like, sucker, what I did to you? Like I did nothing. He was unreasonable to crash out easily. And one time, one of my friends, you know, meet him. He was chill with them, but when he saw me, he said something hard R to me, and then just like put my hand on my chest. He like pushed me. I'm like, and then one of the teachers like, guys, stop. You know, you have to, one of the teacher had to be on side because he need to take care of that person. You know. Hey, hold on, I'm making a video. Could be my family member just knock a door, but still. Just like this guy, you know, he was a bit jerk, and they asked me, why did he hate you? This guy named Matthew, he was like, why did he hate you? You know, this is during 8th grade, so, yeah. I like, well, he got mad at me because I'm not upset or something like that. He's just mad at me for no reason, so, yeah, he have no reason why he hate me or something like that. He's just being like, you know, a hater. So yeah, he just really did not like me at all. Throughout the school year now, and we graduated, something like that, and then yeah. But during 9th grade, I having a first period. I'm like, oh gosh, like I know this thing gonna be kind of annoying, but I'm just like, Yeah, this guy just not gonna like me. This guy trying to make me cry or something like that, but nothing worked on me. I'm like, this guy is doing this over and over again. He just loved to bully other people. I mean, he's a friend with Andy, but he just hate me. I'm like, why do you hate me? What the heck I did to you, you know? He just hate some other people for no reason. He just like love to bully them, you know? I mean, this guy, you know, he's a, he's a, I think he's autism, but he's just all chill, but he did not like how he bullied this guy. He's like, I think he called him a loser. He did not like that. So yeah. But still, like, the way is that like he doing to other people is not cool, you know. I remember one time he said it again during the when we moved to the other class, you know, and during first period, we still have the same teachers after we're doing something in this class, but still, and the fact that like this guy, you know, he really like loved to touch my computer, you know, he just like trying to make me upset, you know, and then one time I'm trying to call for the teacher to help me, he's like, he's going to cry. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever you say so, buddy. You're not even doing your work. So, yeah. And then this guy just like a big hater. And one time I was doing arm wrestling, and then, I'm like, I lost, but I don't really care, you know. I was pretty strong still, but, and then we became friends, but not anymore right now. So, yeah. So, I don't really care about him right now. So, I just hope that he just get his redemption soon, but I don't think I will have hope on him. But the fact that like this guy, I remember one time. Okay, this is gonna be, hold up, trigger warning. You should skip this. Is that like I remember one time I was like, so noticed that he was talking to these three girls. I know they look like they were being kind of harassed or something, you know. And then I would like talk to those girls, and then he tell me this, like, were you like I thought he said, where are you going? But no, I didn't hear it carefully. I noticed that he was saying, what are you doing? He was saying that to me. What are you doing, you know? He was saying like that. And then I was like, well, I'm trying to do, like, well, I'm going to my math class. He's like, what are you doing? He dropped his stuff and then started pushing me in a wall. I didn't even attack back. Why? Why I didn't attack back? It's because I want to show everyone who started first. Because if you get attacked by someone, don't fight back. Show everyone who started first, and it's this person, you know? And then the girls were shocked, like, oh my gosh, you know? And then they wasn't expected to see that coming, you know? Like, he's like, why are you, like, he say something in the end before he started attacking me. I tell Alakai that, like, he just attacked me. And then three girls, thank you, those three girls follow me because they saw everything, so they tried to tell me that I could tell proof, you know, because they're like, they saw everything. I was wondering, what did he say? One of the girls said, like, they say that, like, I think he say, like, why you still my girl or something like that, you know? Well, I didn't. I did not. I was trying to play a coin game, a flipping coin, just for fun. But no, he was overthinking that I was stealing his. But no, that wasn't true. I did not. I would never do that to my friends, stealing their loved one, their crush or something like that. I would never do that to them. That's not how true friends do, you know? So yeah. But my finger right here, like, it was right here. You know, he was pushing me in the wall and my skin was scraping. So yeah, that's what happened right there. And I was pretty upset. Like, why he did that, you know, because I was assaulted by him. I feel like I got assault. And then, you know, and then one of the teacher, you know, they tell me I was brave. And yes, I was brave. I didn't want to fight back. I was just like showing everyone. I was very upset of what just happened, you know? I did not like how he was doing that. And I just don't want him to get in trouble because the way he just did that, he just did a big mistake in his life. He just knew he gonna did some bad decision. And then yep, it's like my first period teacher, she wanted the teacher, like she was like tell everything, from me. And she like come towards me and then she like, he's in a big trouble, And yep, he got in trouble. Yeah, he apologized me. Don't worry, he apologized me. He regretted. He when I came back, to him, he was like, he said to me that freaking same thing. What are you doing? I got PTSD when he say that because I was like, oh gosh, he's saying that again. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh gosh. And yeah. But what happened next? Are you wondering why we not become friends again? Well, it's because he's just acting that again. But still, yeah. It's the fact that like he, like, his dad, like, he wasn't happy, or what he just did to me. But I noticed why he acting like that. His dad is a cop. That's what the teachers say. When I tell this to my parents, they were shocked. They were shocked, but my dad understandable. He know that a lot of kids, you know, they like have a bad life, because their parents are the cops. They just don't come back, and they just feel upset. They just don't know what to do. And I like now that's the real reason why he's acting like that. Is that he don't really think. That's what my teachers say. He don't really think enough. And when I explained this to my dad, he's like, well, he's young, his brain is young, because he's different. So, yeah, and then he just don't know. He just don't know what he's doing. And I remember this guy, this cool teacher named Mr. Johnson, and he was like taking care of him, and I tell him one time during PE, I saw he was sitting on the bench, or something like that. I tell him like, well, how was it like, like being with him? Because I would tell him that he was being rude to me today because, he was talking about a question about my mold on my neck, on my back, and he was like, is that pimple? He called me a nerd one time. And then he tell my friend Alaka, like, oh, are you going to cry? And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, I will cry, but somehow, like, I tell him, like, why can't you just move on? Like, why can't we move on? He's like, what's that? He said, like, meaning that why can't you just, like, you just move on, like, just forget about that. He's like, you want to forget about me? I was like, what? No. And then he was about to attack me. He was like, what the heck? And I'm like, damn, this guy really so crash out so easily. But until he noticed that he's in a classroom, he's like, like he really want to do it. He really want to do it so badly. And we went to his to like speech class, and we are doing like an acting thing. But he pushed him, Alakai, like bullying, And then the teacher warned him like, do not touch other people. And he's like, oh, okay. And he looked at me while I'm doing the bad acting, And so yeah, and yeah, we're doing that thing. But still, he was still like a something else. Back to the thing about Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, he said that like he was kind of difficult. He's like, being rude to other students, So, yeah. And so he was just acting rude to other people. It's like, he just sometimes being unreasonable to crash out sometimes, And then, like, another thing is that, like, that somehow is that, like, what he said that, like, it's like sometimes he just don't want to do his work. He said that like it's like feeding like it's like him, you know, feeding our food. Like it's like I'm feeding him like a baby. Like you have to handle him like a lot of times. I like that when he said like feeding on a baby. It's like I'm making something else, something about what he just said because, like handling a baby, like let's say you had a child and then you had to handle that baby, but you just have to try your best handling that baby, right? And it's just like that. He's just like that. He just don't want to do his work, and he just have to do the work for him. So yeah, that's what he just said. He had to do the work for him, but he just like like sometimes he just like don't want to do his thing. It's like that, and yeah, it's like he's something he's unreasonable to crash out. Is he? It's pretty. It's like debatable if he's good. I know he's not a good person, but still, like I just want him to be a happy person, and just want him to be normal and just do his work. It's it's hard, but you just have to try your best when you try to handle the person. So yeah, that's how it be. If you work in a class that are like born different and or something like that, you have to handle them. I know it could be difficult, but you just have to try your best. That's how it be, you know. So yeah. But still, I remember one time he was not happy about my profile picture. He told me to put a WWE, and he's like, did not like about my Nick Wild profile picture. But still, I did not listen to him. I know he was like being a jerk, but still, I leave him alone. If nothing worked on him, I leave him alone. I just let him be like that. So yeah, if you see someone who's acting rude to you or just don't want to listen and sometimes just don't listen carefully, just leave them alone. Just ignore them or something. If they just mad at you for no reason, just let them be. You know, like there's no points like making this person better. But there could be a chance, but not all the people could be better. So yeah, if you ever get attacked like me, like don't attack back. Show everyone who started first. That's what I do. Okay? Get it from me. I know life could be stressful in the school, bullying and learning everything. But yeah, but me, I handle it. But I just feel upset when I got assaulted. That's what I just didn't like about it. That's really not my type of things to do. So yeah, that's the story about that person. I don't know what's going to happen in 10th grade, but I just hope one day that he will be a better person. Wait, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. I was doing a fist bump to him, and he was like, "What's that?" I told him like, "Well, it's a fist bump," and then he told me like, "Go." I'm like, "What?" He said, "Go." He was so upset, and he didn't want to come inside. I'm like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with him? I was trying to do the fist bump. But he just like got so upset already. Haircut, yeah. My sister told me I need to get my haircut, but I don't care. I'm making a video right now. I'm making a Lego video right now. So, yeah. He was so upset, and my teacher told me this. I'm like, what's wrong with him? And I like, well, he's got upset on you. I know you're the good person. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm a good person. I'm just trying to tell him everything, but he just don't think enough, you know? So, yeah. And then he's like when he come in, like, all right, let's make it better. Like I tell him, hey, don't, like, I'm like, hey, and then he just walk away. I'm like, what the heck? Like, just like that. He just walk away, and he did not like to see me again. You know, he didn't like seeing me again. I'm like, what was it? I was like, oh, never mind. That probably next time. So yeah, but yeah, that's a story about that person. I will keep a private thing about what describe about him or something. I already know how you look like, but I'm just going to keep it private. I'm not going to be rude or something. I'm mentioning his name. Just keep it private, you know? So, yeah, just try not to be rude on the person name. But still, whatever he's going to do in 10th grade, I just hope that the teacher will handle him. I just hope that one day he will be better soon. And probably one day he will learn his lesson. But if not, none of those work, that's okay. Just let them be. But I don't want him to bully other people. I just let this person be. I just want him to learn some of the stuff. He's in high school. And I just want him to pass high school. Okay? That's what I want to do. I can't believe that the teacher do the work for him. And that's pretty ridiculous, to be honest, you know? He need to do the work. So, yeah. He need to do a work. So, it's just like that. Yeah. So, if something bad happen, I'll talk about it during 10th grade school. But, yeah, that's all I have about the story about him, you know? Yeah, so when I make a video 8th grade and 9th grade, I'll make some other crazy stuff what happened to me and some crazy moment, you know? But still, there could be hope that he will be better soon. Continue on my Lego. So, alright, I know this video is 52 minutes, but that's okay. And my family member telling me to, hey, you need to go to the haircut. They telling me that. I'm like, hold up. I'm making a video right now. Let me cook. Let me cook, you know? Like that. They telling me to go out and get a haircut. I know my haircut thing is soon, but yeah. I need to put this. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I love Star Wars. Yeah, I changed his thing. I like his hair better than the hoodie. Where's the thing? Yeah, so I never met that person during 7th grade, by the way, if you're wondering. So, They're waiting for me. I'm still making a video, guys. I'm just cooking, you know. I'm just cooking on this masterpiece Lego figurine, you know. Like, move this thing. Yeah, I know. I can hear you outside. So, I'm still making my video, okay? I'm just building this whole thing. I know. Hold on. I'm not done yet. I'm just making my video, Dad. Okay, I'll do this later. Hold on. I'll see you later, okay? Alright, I'm back. I'm back from taking a haircut. It was a freaking 2 hours, for real. I'm not even joking, but who cares? But still. Alright, so continue on my Lego. So here we go. I just have to put this right here. And then put this. You have other Lego of Star Wars. So it's a Darth Vader and his Stormtrooper. So yeah. Freaking Josh Holden's so cooked if you're trying to, you know, fight against what do you say? Yeah, the Josh Holden. Yeah, he's cooked. And I hope my parents or my sister go to my room because I'm literally recording it right now. And my parents are like, why are you recording a 1 hour video? Like, come on, man. I'm trying to make something interesting, you know? It's like that. When people, you know, when I think about Andy, I feel like he's a good person, but sometimes he be weird. But sometimes I feel bad for him. Why I say that? There's people who bully him because he's too much funny or just being nice. There's this group of boys and some other girls do not like him because, you know, they do not like his personality or something like that, you know? The way he acts or something like that. They really do not like that, but yeah. But still. The way is that, like, Andy, when he make his context on his YouTube channel, I just really concerned, like, the way he's making, because the way it just looked too similar when he making a video. I don't, like, you know, the elimination and everything, like, I just don't know he's copying me or something like that. Like, I just have a bad feeling about it, you know? I just don't know he's actually copying me. So, yeah. It's like something, you know? It's just like, you know, I hate something that copy, you know? Something that, like, I know, I remember one time I did, I kind of similar. I was just making something of a community tab of the Who Is For You on Call of Duty. I change it up, you know, do something else. But Andy, sometimes he just, the way he's like making his content is like, it just looked too similar, and then I kind of get irritated, like, why there's so many views, you know, like how he's making more views. I'm just like concerned, like, you know, like, you know, it's kind of unfair, you know, like, I'm not jealous, you know, I'm just impressed, like, oh, wow, he's making video. But here's the thing, is he copying me? Kinda, he's copying me. Sometimes he say no, sometimes he say kind of, or, well, I don't think he say kind of, well, he say no. But I just want him to be careful what he copy to. Because not all the time he's going to copy everyone, you know? Because, like yeah, you know? like the way that he just copy other people is just something, something else. It is kind of sometimes irritate me a little bit, but I'm not jealous. But who cares about that? Who cares? I just let him be, but I just, we are not all of us like, copying other contexts. Sometimes people love to copy Mr. Beast's thumbnail, but still, the way it's like that is just something else. I just make my own original. I sometimes don't like people copying their thing. Something, make their own original stuff. Something very interesting. Like Andy, if you're watching this video, just be careful who you're copying to. I would never copy or strike you or something like that. Just be careful who you copy to, because not all people will not like that. So, yeah. But still, just be careful what you're doing, or who you're copying to. I mean, I would not like how they copy my story, because I would be like, hey, that's my story. It sounds too similar. Yeah, like something like that, I would not like that. I would not like how they will, like, you know, copy my story. But I know Andrew will not do that. But if he does, oh boy. I knew he will go too far. Copying from me. But still, if you want to be something that's make something fun activity, make it your own original. Like if you wanted something, like for example, like me, I'm making my own story, God of Samurai, something inspired of like pirate scaling, like Dragon Ball or Nasu verse or SCP Foundation or something like that, but it's like different. And like, and Yumiko went to cry. And the other thing is that, like, well written, something in my writing is sound like goody stuff, like Avengers thing, like Avengers Time, and or like Gravity Fall or something like that. Like I love those shows, and I just want to make a good writing stuff. My story is very short. Like the chapter is pretty long, kind of. My mom keep telling me like, hey, can you separate it? I say, well, I just don't want to, because I just, that's like my type of thing. It's like a movie. It's like that. Like the Star Wars episode is very long, but it's like a chapter. And that's how it be. That's how I just want to be like that. It's like feel like something excitement for my reader. But yeah, that's how it be. The depth is that start like Susensu going out the journey. He need to like someone is training him, and he found a new friend. He never got a friend, by the way, but he got a new friend named Sakura. And Sakura, will like she been trying to find this main antagonist named Okuma. He been following him, and he trying to take a revenge on him for killing her family. It's like that. And another thing is that you know, is that like his parents came back as a ghost. I know the one of my teachers was reading it for as a demo. But she said like it was kind of too early when they die. But I was trying to make it like The Last of Us or Batman parents dying. Something like that. I'm trying to make it something similar like that. That's what I'm trying to make. And yeah, And I just like, I know that's kind of fast paced, but hey, that's how we start with our tragic hero, you know. I try making something good and kind. Like it's like the themes about this story is like good versus evil. That's what it's about. It's about like good versus evil. It's like Sisensu. He's a good person, and he's like, he's like love adventure, or something like that. Like not a lot of people love kind character, but I do love kind character. I just love to make pretty evil character, but still, I try not to make them focusing on their personality. Like I know they do kind of have a personality. It's kind of hard a little bit, but still, I try my best to, like like make it good. Like the way when people would tell me, like AJ, like the power scaling. I remember one time I was trying to make it how powerful Sakura was. It was too early. I feel like it was too early. I feel like power scaling is pretty hard to make on your story. And I could tell why. I know it was kind of hard, but I just had to not to show it early on the story. It's like I feel it was too early, so I just used her normal power. Before I show the big one, just like the Ben 10. The Ben 10 show. Yeah, before he used the alien X, it just showed his normal power, but in like probably in the middle of the show, yeah, it showed his alien X. So yeah, that's how it be. That's how it be. So yeah, but still, I just like I'm kind of a fan of power scaling sometimes. You know, and yeah, I just make it like all the character make it look smart. Not dumb. I try my best to make them smart. Like Susensu, he's very smart when he fight against someone, and he's very smart when trying to find you know, talking to them. He's no like he will know they're like kind of lying or something like that. Something like that. And Sakura, she's like, well, my friend think I stole a deal of Naruto, but no, there's a multiple name of Sakura. Think again, you know, think again. But still, the way is when I make Sakura, she's like a very intelligent female character, and she's like trying to find like the way where's Akuma. She would like know where everyone go. She's very good and she's very strong. So yeah, and another thing is that when people say like, oh, like what about his parents, are they smart? I mean, his mom is, yeah, she is very smart sometimes, but his father is a very intelligent man. He know everything. So yeah, but he's not the most smartest, by the way. So I'm just saying he is very smart because he could study on powers. It took him because like science, like Oppenheimer, he a very smart guy. He know with like, oh, like he have a plans, like about atomic bombs and everything. Or Albert Einstein or other people, famous scientists, like discovering what to do, or studying on these things, like what is this or something like that. Like Yoshi, that's his essential father name. He knows like what's this power is. He studied them. It took him months, because scientists, people, they took them a while to study this. Yeah, he's very smart. And then boom, he found his solution. He already know like, okay, so this is the one. I found my answer. And yep, he just did like that. He'd be patient and he's like not rushing. He'd just be patient to find the solution, and then ta-da, there we go. He found his solution. He found the ways what the power is about, or other stuff, like things. So yeah, but still, I just had like my every story like Susensu. He's similar to Superman. That's what he be, and he's a good person. He saved a lot of lives, because in chapter 1 it took place in Japan because that's his origin country, and somehow he, like, I don't want to tell spoiler. I don't want to tell too much spoiler, but each chapter I'm planning to make 5 chapters. So chapter 2 will took place in Russia. I already name it for the thing called Eva Twin. Chapter 1 called The New Beginning, and chapter 3 is called the Family Revenge. It's going to take place in United Kingdom. It's at the United States, but the year took place in 17th century, by the way. United States was born, if you know your history. If not, you fail history, so yeah. But still. And chapter 4 what took place, are about to took place in Japan again, but that never happened. But I changed my mind, so I changed it to China. I changed it to China. And then another thing is that the final chapter will be called, it's going to be the Boundless, which is a dimension. It's going to be a Boundless Chaos, which is our final chapter called Kill the Devil. And chapter 4 will call Very Lost Sister. So yeah, I don't want to tell a lot of spoiler in each chapter, but I already have an idea what I'm going to do with it. Chapter 2, I was having too much idea for chapter 3, 4, and 5, but chapter 2, I have a little bit idea, so I need to work on that one for idea. I'm not risking it, I'm just like, not in a rush, I'm just trying my best to what to put, like, like for antagonist, for the main protagonist, and big battle, something like that, because each chapter will have their final battle close to the end, and after that, they're like go to another country to stop Okuma. It's like adventures, they need to continue their journey. They're not going to give up. They need to save the world, including the multiverse. So yeah, that's all I have for my story. I'm not finished chapter 1 yet. I did finish it, but I'm just rewriting it to make it look good, because by reading it, it was like a rush to me. So I'm trying to fix it up. So, and I did. I'm just working. I almost there. I'm in 17 pages. I'm like out of 30 pages. I'm just almost done of this story. So when I finish it, I might release the audio story, but no, you can't steal my idea, so it's copyright. But still, like, I will release the audio for everyone, for you guys. Like, I don't know how to make it as an actual book, but I just wanted to make it as an audio book, something like that. So yeah. And plus, we might have a voice cast, so if you wanted to voice, if you don't mind, I will be appreciative of that. But I asked my teacher or my family member I did not ask my family member or my classmate if they want a voice, So yeah, if you don't mind, you share just voice. But I know this thing could be expensive a lot, but I need to pay, So yeah. That's all I have for my story. And I'm almost done finish this Lego. Oh yeah, there's more thing about that guy who is very rude. I forgot to mention this. Yeah, there's things that I remember one time he was talking false thing about my friend named Jesse. He was like, oh, he cut the line or something like that. And, I'm like, what? Like, what is he talking about? I was so confused. Like, what is he talking about? Like, he cut the line. I'm like, really, bro? That never happened. Like, he cut the line. Like, he gets sometimes upset, like, something like that. I'm like, this guy, bro, for real. But Jesse don't want to do his work, too. So, he's in the sport, but he doesn't want to do his work. Because if he don't do his work, he's he's not, you know, going to pass this class. So that's yeah. Well, yeah. But still, he still sometimes don't listen. You know, the heck I do with this. But yeah. Oh, I just have to make this one. But still, that's my type of story, guys. I started this since January 2025. And sometimes being lazy, you know, like not working on my story. But I tell this to my parents, and they like my mom is a professional reader. I just know she would know what's something right or what's something wrong, you know, because she watch a lot of TV, she watch a lot of movies and everything. She know what's something good writing, you know. She know everything, and she was like, okay, yes, you're doing something right. Like that's a solid good. If I hear something solid, me, I'm doing something right. If not, I'll change it up to something, you know, like to make it look good, you know, not too complicated, you know, not make it look so complicated. Like, you know, like wasting your time reading this story to you guys. So yeah, just putting this thing. I don't know this thing going to fit. Wait a minute, hold up. I have to do this first, you know, like something like that. It's, you know, like my story. I just don't want to make it look like, you know, I just want to make a good story, you know, for everyone. Like indie animation, you know, I see some good story, and I'm trying to be like them, you know. I want to be like them. But like a book version, you know. I never seen a indie like I see indie video game, indie cartoon, but I don't think I see a book as a book, you know. So I might be the first person to be like something fun story for everyone. I see like teenager stuff, you know, but this is an adult book, kinda, you know. I say kinda because, you know, it's very violent story and disturbing thing, but yeah, shoot yourself is so yeah, but still, like if you were like a but if you're like the kid watching this video, then yeah, you better not read my story. I don't want to get sued. So I had to put 16 plus. But still, like I see less fun story during elementary, you know. So yeah, whatever I'm doing, I just want to make a good story for everyone, for you guys. If you were like love adventure, you know, that's your type of story. So yeah. And yeah, I try my best playing that, so I'm not gonna freaking waste my time doing that. So yeah. And I have to do this thing again. No freaking way. What the heck? That thing is not fitting. What the? Look. Look, this thing is... Oh my gosh. No freaking way. Who designed this? Somebody who designed this thing. I want to know who designed this. And, oh yeah, now it's stuck. What the heck? Damn, I hate this thing. Why? Why? Who designed this? There we go. Jeez, man, that freaking hurt my finger. And then put this thing right here, wherever this thing is. And then put this one right here. And then you put this big thing right here, or wherever the heck is out of nowhere. So you just put it right here. And then you just put you just put this one right here. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Alright, and then I just had to put this one here. Oh my god. This one here. Around this. So yeah, that's my type of story I was making. You know, like things and everything, and like the story is sometimes be emotional. I don't want to make it like too similar. Like I was about to do it, but I know this thing will be risky. Like, oh, too much emotional stuff, something that. Try and make something fun, adventurous for them, for their journey, you know, something like that. Like, we all love adventure stuff. And yeah, I'm trying to make it like that. So, yeah. Freaking, and the scope was standing, and then he's standing right here. And then, ta-da! I did it, and then I just put my character right here. He's shocked, and then Anakin freaking come out of nowhere. He's like, I hate you. You know, he's doing his aura stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I know this video is very long, but hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more Lego video. And I'll see you next time. Bye.